Right, so I've unboxed it, and this is it. So first off, before I do this, you do get a nice little backdrop on the inside. They're the same for each box as well. But, you know, nice little display case, so you can probably put... I wonder if you can get all 3 Predators on it. You might be able to. It is. I'll have a look at the end and all that, and I'll do a little thing at the end now. Let's see if I get them all paused on it. But yeah, very nice little backdrop there, very much from the first movie. But it's all, like I said, the same in them all. But yeah, very nice indeed. So let's have a look at the figure. So first of all, he has a little weapon thing here. It is, I'm not too sure what it's called. Does it say on the back? It is an electro claw. So it doesn't look like it connects on anything. I got a feeling it just goes in his hand like that. So I'm not too sure what movie that was out of. Or it was in one of the comics. It is. But yeah, it's a weird one to have. It looks similar to the small little one you get from Predator 2. It is, but yeah, not a bad little thing to put in the hand and all that. Before I go into the figure as well, I did pull these out as well, so they're little things you could probably stick on the back of the backdrop if you wanted to. Maybe not the 25-point thing, but maybe the Jungle Hunter. Stick it above him when you put him on the display case, maybe. So they're nice little things to have on them, to be honest. But let's have a look at the figure. So, and be honest, for what it is, which is kind of like a kid's toy, to be honest, because they do an Aliens one as well, but they don't look that good. They don't. It's a very nice looking figure, to be honest. It's it feels just you know, it looks similar to what a NECA figure is, but just not as much detail and a bit more, probably a little cheaper and that. So yeah, you've got the arms, but there, the shoulder swivels all the way around. You've got the elbow, but there, which bends like that as well. It is. The wrist has a little bit of movement, spinning around. So he has the claws on it as well, which do not retract. They are like that, so I would be a little bit careful with that. It is. His body swivels all the way around. His head would probably move all the way around if he didn't have the... Oh, sorry, you didn't see that then. His head would probably spin around if he didn't have the shoulder cannon. I would be a little bit careful with the shoulder cannon as well, because it's similar to what the NECA figures are like as well. They're a bit flimsy for the shoulder cannons and that, so I would be a bit careful with that. If we have a little bit of closer look, I do like some of the detail on the mask. If I can get it a bit closer, you do see some of the markings on the mask as well. You do. It is. So that's very nice. I would have liked them probably be a bit red, but you could probably paint them, to be honest. Get a little of a red mark and put them in there. Nice little red. It is. But yeah, get the old computer on his arm there as well, with the bomb and all that's in there, you know, some of the stuff. So yeah, he's partially cloaked. He is. Knee joints pretty good. And then you got the hip joints as well, the feet. It is a very nice looking figure, to be honest, and for what they are, and you know, probably catered more towards kids. It's a very nice looking detailed figure. Like I said, not much with it. The dreads are pretty good, but they're all pretty much connected. They're not loose, which you could probably get a scissors and maybe cut them. It is, and I might probably do that in the future, is just cut the things and have the dreads look a bit better. It is, but no, very nice indeed. The shoulder cannon has some nice art on it, not art, but design on that. As is cloaked, and you've got a bit of the green on him as well. You see the netting as well on his body. It is some of the armor. It does feel like an unfinished figure, if you know what I mean. I know it's cloaked and all that, but it's like the figure they've done, and Yeah, and they haven't completed it, but I think it looks really good, and yeah, it's a very nice figure indeed. It is, and yeah, very pleased with this first one and that. So the other ones are a little bit more detailed because they're more colour. They're not cloaked. But I will come back and we will get on to the Predator 2 City Hunter one. So, right, we're on to Predator 2 now, the City Hunter Predator, and this one has a lot more detail on it. This one does. So he has more of a bronze looking helmet. He has the same articulation as the other figure, just not so much movement because of he's got a little bit more armour and that on his shoulders, but there. The gauntlet is a smaller one, still doesn't retract, but there's smaller blades on this one compared to the other one. I do like the yellow and red markings on his body. I'm not a big fan of the side bar there, which is this weapon here, the old disc he throws. It does connect on pretty nice. It does, but I would have liked that maybe to be a bit... You could probably paint it, get a little bit of grey metallic paint and probably paint around it just to make it look like it's, you know, something connected to him instead of connected, you know, the leg. It seems a bit lazy that they never painted, a little bit lazy that they never painted this little area here. But yeah, very nice indeed. I like the old neck part as well, the armour. Again, with the dreads, they're all connected, so you can cut them all. It is got a little bit of armour on the back, but there, probably where his shoulder cannon tucks in, but obviously it doesn't on this figure. It does look exactly like the cannon he gets in the movie. It does, so very nicely detailed there. But yeah, very nice indeed. I like the armour and that. It is these figures as well, I should have said in the first thing, are, if you're a little bit of a creator that you buy figures and you like doing them up a little bit, a bit of a paint, etc., I think these are perfect figures for that. To maybe rough them up a little bit, put a little paint on them, maybe do them up a little bit, a bit of cosmetic surgery, let's say, on these figures. So to make them look a little bit better. But like I said, for the price I got them at, you know, these are very nice looking indeed. And so get another very nice detailed figure. Got a couple of stickers on him, but there. Let's pull them off. It is. But yeah, very nice indeed. Like I say, he comes with the two weapons, so we had a little look at the disc. Let's have a little bit of a closer look at the disc. You know, nicely detailed. It's got some nice markings on it. It has, so not too bad at all. Alright, and then he gets the combat stick in as well. Unfortunately, it doesn't retract, so it's similar to the gauntlet. It's just in one go, but fits nicely into his hands. But there, let's get him in. So yeah, looks very nice indeed. And then when you put that on the side, but there, like I said, if you painted, it doesn't look too bad when it's on, but when that comes off, yeah, it doesn't look too good. But there, but I love the markings on this one. It is. I still probably prefer the first one only because it's cloaked. It is, and it doesn't look too much like a kid's toy. But yeah, this one is very nice indeed. And like I said, if you wanted these figures, if you can pick them up on the cheap in your local toy store and all that, Smyths Toy Store, pick them up. And if you're one to do a little bit of painting, which I might do, to be honest, I might have a little look and do them up a little bit. Maybe it is, maybe the weaponry and that, and be very nice indeed. So there it is, the Predator Hunter, the City Hunter one. It is very nice indeed. I'll be back now with the Berserker one. Right, now we're on to the last one now, which is the Berserker Predator from Predators. So let's have a look. He does come with one weapon. It is called the Plasma Bazooka. It doesn't exactly... I'm not too sure where this one fits, because it's got a little thing there, but... Oh, I'm wondering... So let's have a little closer look at that. So it looks like a bigger version than the cannon he's got on his shoulder. You know, nicely little designed, bit of silver. I wish it was a little bit different colouring on it, maybe the darker like black or something on these little bits, just to make it stand out a little bit more. But, you know, not a bad little cannon. Be a bit careful with this. I take it this pops off. It does, which is being a bit difficult. It does. So it's got a nice a small ball pin there, and if I can get that one on nicely, a little bit hard to get on. So be a bit careful if you are doing this. You don't want to break the shoulder cannons. So that one goes on like that, and I gotta admit, it really doesn't suit the figure, to be honest, especially the colouring and that. It doesn't. I think it's a bit too big and bulky, and yeah, it's not that good at all, to be honest. It ain't. So we will keep the little one back on. But there. So yeah, he only comes with the one accessory similar to the first Predator, the Jungle Predator. The City one came with two. But I gotta admit, I think this is the best looking one out of the three. It looks a little bit better with the design. I do like the markings on his chest and that, because he is more advanced. Got a little bit lazy, it looks like, but there. They didn't paint the strap on but there, which is a little shame, to be honest. But overall, paint jobs are pretty good on them all. They are, and this one's no different. So he's got the blade, and in this one he only has the single blade. They do, these Predators do. The shoulder cannon looks exactly like the one, like it is in the movie as well. The mask where he's got the jawbone connected to the bottom as well. Very nice indeed. So obviously he's got articulation in the neck, similar to the other ones. A bit stopped because of the shoulder cannon. A bit more in the shoulder as well. It is. The hips as well spin around. Nice markings on the leg. The stickers on it again. I'll take them off at the end. So you get some nice markings on the legs. It is. You know, maybe a little bit lazy on the paint on these figures. Some of these parts of these figures, I think. And I think they really would have been a bit better. It is. But yeah, I gotta admit, I think this one is the best out of the three. Very nicely detailed, like I said, on the armour. And you got the things there, a little bit of wayward paint. Looks like on the chest and a bit on the strapping but there. It is. But overall, very nice and clean it looks. It is. And like I said, with the dreads, you can always cut them. Unfortunately, the masks don't come off. I never mentioned it for the other ones. But you understand it for these type of figures and all that. They're not. They don't come with extra heads like the neck equivalent. It ain't. But overall, very nice indeed. The feet spin all the way round as well. So the articulation is very good on these. That's very nice thing, especially with the muscle on the leg. Sticks out a little bit more on this figure than the other ones. It does. But these are very, very nicely designed toys at the end of the day. Toy figures, they are. And probably if you can pick them up for the price I picked them up, I think they're well worth it for your Predator collection or Alien and Predator collection and that. So when I come back, I will have them on the display and we will see what they look like on that. So I managed to get them all on the figure, on the stand, but there, as you can see. So I did want the Predator Jungle at the front, but because of the staff and all that, he looked like a thing. So it's a little bit of a tight squeeze on these, but you can get all three of them on the stand, and they don't look too bad. It doesn't. So yeah, it doesn't look too bad on the stand at all. So I probably will try and keep it on there, to be honest. Maybe fiddle around with it a little bit. Maybe. It is. Maybe spread it out a little bit. I might, you know, do a little bit of DIY to get a nice little stand for it. But no, very nice figures indeed, and especially for the price I paid. And yeah, definitely go out and pick them up if you can get them. They had loads in my one. I live near, I live in Neath near Swansea and that. So Smyths Store in Lansamlet, I picked mine up and all that. So if anyone's close there, they did have loads there. and all, and it wouldn't surprise me they have loads in the other ones as well. But yeah, very nice indeed, and I do recommend picking them up. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below and tell me what you thought of the figures, and if you'd like to see more videos, I guess, please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time.